You can try and control all the things you want with all this shenanigans and still get traded. So it's how you want to sleep at night.
So it's really up to you, man. What are you feeling? You know how you want to play this?
Okay. Now I just want to play this thing straight through. No press, just basketball.
Okay, MP, are you sure?
This is going to make things much more difficult for you. You understand that, right?
Maybe, but I never shy away from no challenge.
I'm proud of you.
Okay. Well, that being the case, this is what you're gonna have to do to make this a viable option.
Told you this wasn't going to be easy. I'm not sure what you were expecting.
Like, you want to make your case on the court? It's gonna have to be so crystal clear that any random fan on social media can see it.
You're right. Hey, this is what I wanted, man. I'm ready.
This is all going to leak eventually. So the only thing that we can do is try to get ahead of it, all right?
Okay.
Hit those goals, then talk about them, all right? You need to be your biggest advocate right now.
And I'm talking press conferences, scrums, every opportunity you get, you need to be talking up your accomplishments.
Strong, confident.
Yeah, you can deliver the message however you want, but you need to deliver it. You are the one that can bring this team to the promised land. Not this season, then sometime real soon.
No, not real soon. We need now. All right, you need to be a championship caliber centerpiece in order for this to
Hey,
work.
that's easy, man, because I already am.
That's what I'm talking about.
Already
That's
am.
the confidence we need.
Come on, man. Anything else?
Nah, that's it. Look, you want to win this war on the court, then go win it. Ain't nothing left to do now but go ball.
My man.
My man.
And we've got some surprise teams here in the early season.
Some are surprisingly bad, and some are exceeding expectations. There's still a long season ahead, and things can change quickly, B.A.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. Tatum at 4, while Williams... Sorry. And it's Rain Man in at the 2. To the right side. To the middle. And he buries his first look.
There's the awareness from Gallinari. He just has a great feel for where the defense is vulnerable.
Cunningham against Smart. Pass to Bogdanovich. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. And here's Boston. Last time they met in Boston,
they flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off. particularly on the glass.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
Here's Cunningham. The Celtics making their last shot. Pass to Bagley. From down in the low post, it goes.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Well, Grant, Ivy gets a lot of attention for his scoring, but he can also lock you down at the other end.
Oh, yes, he can, B.A. He's big, active, and athletic, too. A strong on-ball defender as well. He'll also jump passing lanes, causing...
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Pistons. Ivy, 2 shots.
Explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You have to think with this Pistons squad that all eyes are on the future as opposed to the here and now. Young guys focused on reaching their potential.
The shot by Rayman, no good.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
Cunningham passes to Bogdanovich. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. So where do you see the ceiling for this younger Pistons team as they continue to grow?
You know, B.A., it's always difficult to predict the limits of a team. But as long as they continue to steadily develop, they can become a unit with playoff potential.
Now here's Smart. Right now averaging 6 a game. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. To end the run. And Bay pulls it down.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Ivy. Rebounded by the Celtics. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And there's the call on Saddiq Bey. That's his first foul. Bojan Bogdanovich out there with Ivy. Then there's Hayes. Then it's Marvin Bagley. And it's Cunningham in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Pass to Rayman. And the layup falls.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Detroit has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Here's Ivy. Picked by Bogdanovich. And he's going for the lob. The alley-oop finishes off the mark. Boston trailing. Here's Rayman. And it's Bagley with the rebound.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Tatum with the block.
Tatum makes it easy for his teammates with his defense. He's always a threat to block shots, and he can cover any part of the floor.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Gallinari. On the wing, Tatum takes the 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3 ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Pass to Ivy. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Bagley finds Hayes. Bagley sets a screen. Hayes with it. Guarded now by Williams. And there it is for him. And the Pistons lead by 8.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
One thing to keep in mind with Marvin Bagley III, he's still so young.
It seems like he's been around forever, B.A., but he was just 19 when he was drafted, the 2nd overall pick in 2018. His averages are great when he plays, so I think we got to give the young fella a little bit of time.
Bogdanovich, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Here's Rain Man. In the game against Denver, very impressive. And stolen by Cunningham. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. And the Pistons call time here. Outplayed in the pre. Bay comes in. The first half comes to a conclusion.
The Celtics, 37.
Welcome. Check out the Pistons. They haven't won one game since we last looked around the league.
Hey, stop laughing. Talking Pistons now. Close game so far for them.
They have been disruptive.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Saddiq Bey.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
So the Celtics 5 right now. Tatum at 4, while Williams patrols the middle. Then it's Danilo Gallinari. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Rain Man in at the 2. Cunningham outside. Up top, Bey. Hounded by Tatum. Bey, good.
What a game from Saddiq so far. Getting the shots he wants and firing away.
Pass to Rain Man. You know, some have said those old school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, they're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, you can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting 3-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
Great skill level in the game right now.
No question.
To the inside. Here's Ivy. Lays it up and banks it in. Ivy's got 6 points.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
Pass to Williams. Here's Rain Man. Give him 8. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Ivy. 6 points for him. Bagley sets a screen. Over to the left wing. Let's go with a 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Smart. Oh, there's the alley. And stolen by Bagley. It's Cunningham with a drive. Count it. 9 points in the game.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half. Showing good execution on the offensive end.
On the wing, Tatum. And then Tatum slams it in.
And we don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
Cunningham against Smart. Cunningham passes to Bey. Bagley a screen on Tatum. Inside. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Tatum. Here's Rain Man.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Right side Tatum. Here's Rain Man. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
You think this is over? I got news for you. All the way, man.
Green time, kid. Get in there.
What's up, Coach?
Smart. Marcus Smart. Shooting 1.
Pushing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
And that one falls for Smart. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Alec Burks is out there with Cunningham. Then it's Nerlens Noel. Then it's Marvin Bagley. And it's Ivy in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Down low. Here's Rain Man. Rebound Detroit. Noel's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Burks. Pass to Ivy. Noel with a screen on Gallinari. 6 to shoot. And good. Off the lead pass that time. Noel's gotten his first points in this one.
And you know, his last season in college, Ivy's vision was much improved, and he's continuing that here.
Here's Rain Man. The 3 is up. They get it back. And Williams punches it home.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Ivy. Noel with a screen on Williams. Drives to the hoop. Ivy. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And he is a hard charger. Ivy only plays at full speed. A great burst on his drives.
Pass to Rain Man. And a nice finish on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 19.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And Burks gets it to go.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Tatum passes to Gallinari. Here's Rain Man. On the wing, Tatum, defended by Burks. Here's Rain Man. He's off on the layup. The Pistons have gone 5 of 11 so far in the 4th.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Celtics.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jason Tatum.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Smart outside. Pass to Gallinari. Over to the wing. Here's Rain Man. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The three-pointer off the mark. Bagley passes to Burks. Here's Ivy. Got it. Good job in the low post.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Back to Smart. Pass to Rain Man. Looking to get it going. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports coverage of the
Okay, let's get started. Oh, hold on. What's your question, John?
Nice game tonight. What was the key to your success out there?
My man John always got the good questions, man. I can always depend on you, brother. Yeah, I mean, this team trusts each other, to be in the right spot at the right time and to make the right decisions as well. When that happens, it brings the best out of everybody on that floor.
Always a team player. Thanks, MP.
Not a problem.
What happens if an effort like tonight isn't enough?
Enough for what?
Enough to win.
I mean, okay, if that happens, I'll do what I always do. Go back with my team and figure out what we need to do to get better. Nothing changes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Seems like we're done here, huh? All right, see you guys later.
Shaken, MP. Take care of those fur babies.
Run their pick and roll
So off the tip, it's Boston. Everyone's excited to see these two monster teams battle it out. You know, Greg, whoever comes out on top tonight will have really made a statement to the league.
And, Kevin, no matter what happens, this is a great opportunity for both teams. They say iron sharpens iron. The only way you get better is by facing challenging opponents.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Tatum gets the bucket.
And Tatum's accuracy makes him an easy option here. You can trust him to knock it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Smart. And yes, it's good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Rain Man. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past. A few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world. And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he just worked New York in that last game.
Yeah, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burner.
Tatum passes to Rain. The kick out to Tatum. Off target with his three.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And the shot goes in.
Defenders don't think that Giddey has that kind of shake to his game. I like it when he shows this kind of flash.
Here's Tatum. And it's blocked. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now the pass to Pokusevski. He dishes it to Holmgren. Good tee by Williams. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. There's Gallinari with the three. They get it back. Williams lays it up off the glass.
They're hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. This will be the first game this season. And told them
energy out there, never let up, MP. You got him on the run.
Alexander shooting 1.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
I mean, OKC's draft pick haul in the Paul George trade was massive. But the best part of that deal is getting SGA.
SGA has been the face of the franchise the past couple seasons, and his game just continues to grow. He's signed all the way through 2027. Is he the first building block, or is he going to develop into a player that people covet, and they're going to try to pluck away? We'll see.
Taking a look at the Thunder, we've got Williams, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Lou Dort, and it's Pokusevski in at the 5 down low. 6 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Top of the key jumper, no good. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Rain Man. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. And that's 10 points for Rain Man. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Down low, here's Giddey. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Gilgeous-Alexander just getting better and better at creating for his teammates.
Rain Man passes to Williams. Here's Rain Man. Tatum on the wing. Defended by Dort. Rain Man with the bucket.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Smart. 2 free throws.
Personal foul, second team foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
And you hear the legends, Brent, talk shop. So often, it's about what separates winning players from the guys that don't win as much. What comes to mind for you?
I think what comes to mind, Kevin, is expectation. And sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves with guys who we want to anoint as the next great player. Look, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 chances at the highest level to finally reach that point where you have the confidence and the experience and the know-how to be one of the best players in the league, and who complements you along the way. So to me, it comes with a great deal of patience to let that player achieve that level of success.
They get the rebound. It's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams, a screen on Smart. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot off the mark. Now Boston takes it the other way. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Williams kicks to Tatum. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Tatum's got 8 points.
Nice work by Tatum. A better three-point shooter than many scouts thought he might be.
Checked in for Williams. Malcolm Brogdon. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
They've been attacking the glass, mixing it up, and creating lots of extra opportunities.
Sometimes you got to throw your weight around.
Next up, let's see. And that is a wrap.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by Rain Man.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
In the post, it's Tatum and Williams. Rain Man is out there with Smart, and it's Gallinari in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Here's Tatum, and he banks in the layup. Tatum's got the lead at the 3 now for Boston.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound Boston. Out to the right wing. For 3, Williams trying to break free. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
It's just too easy for us. Too easy.
So it's the Thunder now. Now Giddey. 8 points for him. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Pass to Giddey. the 10-footer. And he hits the jump shot. Giddey's got 10 points.
Not afraid to try his luck down there. Giddey on the interior.
Here's Rain Man. Giddey defending. Rain Man passes to Tatum to the middle. Here's Rain Man. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. 14 points for Rain Man.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
They set the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game, great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can definitely see the game a lot quicker than most guys out on the floor, and he's showing it. Just been playing beautiful basketball. Kevin, that's high praise.
It is. Both amazing passers. David, thank you. Talking about defensive specialists. How about the hustle Lou Dort shows on D?
Well, this is a guy you throw out there and you say, sick him, go guard the best player on the other team. And that's something that he takes that challenge on, takes a lot of pride on the defensive end, and has become a very important part of this team.
Outside, Dort pass to Giddey. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And Giddey, one of those guys.
Some chip.
You're the guy they don't want to see, MP.
Celtics trail by 7. So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Dort in at the 3 side. And there it is for him. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Thunder.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job at disrupting the rhythm.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
And it's Rain Man missing. Oklahoma City leading by 9. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Passes it to Pokusevski. Floats one up. Gallinari with the rebound. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And here is Tatum. And there's the pass to Rain. Back to Tatum. Clock at 6. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Tatum's got 4 this quarter.
A mix of agility and strength makes Tatum lethal inside. He can easily work around the defense.
Here's Bazley. He's guarded by Williams. Bazley passes to Giddey. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Dort. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dort's got the lead up to 10 now for the Thunder.
And this is the area where Dort has really shown some massive improvement. Great touch from that range.
Here's Tatum. Drops in the layup for 2. Tatum's got 10 points in just the second half.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Launches a 3. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Rain Man.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jason Tatum. At the line for 2 shots.
He's checked in for Oklahoma City. So he gets them both.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Dort against Gallinari. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. From 13, the rebound by the Celtics. Williams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Driving the lane. Rain Man with the bucket.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Banked in off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
Rain Man passes to Smart. Tatum on the wing. Williams has a screen for Tatum. Tatum on the wing. Here's Rain Man. Back to Tatum. To tie it up. Here's Williams. And he slams it down right on top of Chet Holmgren.
How about the confidence? It's just growing in this young man. Williams has that attitude of a go-to guy in these big moments, even though he's still picking up the nuance of the game.
Smart with the ball. Pass to Rain Man. Outside, Smart. Celtics passing it around. Out to Gallinari. Here's Rain Man. Back to Gallinari to take the lead. Buries it from outside.
That is world class.
Oklahoma City
Over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Thank you, David. And they commit. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
11 Sunday.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Celtics. Jason Tatum. At the line for 2.
In the clutch, get buckets.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that's the...
Nothing stopping MP when the W's in sight.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And it's still Oklahoma City.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Robert Williams. At the line for 2 shots.
He just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
Will it go? Knocks down the 3. And now an intentional
foul. Shea Gilgeous, Alexander. Second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line, Marcus Smart. At the line for 2.
Cushion.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
So we see Boston get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did it great.
The Celtics, 77. The Thunder, 72. Thanks for coming out to support your team. Make sure to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next sporting event.
Hey, man, I don't got a lot of time, just so you know.
Okay, so I'll get right to it. How much would you say you contributed to this win?
I mean, I think I played my role well. You know, Coach trusted me to get us organized out there, and I take that responsibility very serious. You know, I'm always in my guys' ears calling out plays, letting them see what I see, so it's big.
I mean, how big would you say?
Well, man, I can't put a number on it, but everyone's job is important on this team. Regardless of how many points you score or how many minutes you play, everyone's job is important.
Hey, MP. So what was your favorite part of tonight's win?
You know, John, with every win, you know, it brings us one step closer to bringing this amazing city a championship. You know, so from that perspective, my favorite part was when the clock struck 0, and we knew we had it in the bag at that point, you know?
Yeah, I see what you're doing, man. Taking nothing for granted.
Never.
Good stuff, MP.
Thank you.
Surprise, surprise, our old friend MP is back in the news again. This time, well, because of a report from our friend Nate White of the Daily Horn that states, people familiar with high-ranking voices in the front office are hearing that they're disappointed with the lack of leadership MP has shown thus far in his career. Something that was supposed to be his calling card coming out of college. So what do you guys think? Has MP been a bad leader at the NBA level?
Guess who's been saying this since day one? Me, yours truly. Anyone who has a bad athlete claims they're a great leader. It's the oldest trick in the book. And I'm not one bit surprised that his so-called leadership abilities disappeared soon as he stepped up his level of competition. It's hard to lead when you can't stay on the floor.
Perk, have you even watched him play this year?
I've seen enough.
Okay, what's his true shooting percentage?
I have to look it up.
How many paint touches does he have a game? How many pull-up threes has he taken? What's his off-ball defense been like?
JJ, do you really want me to answer those questions? Or are you having a meltdown?
A little bit of both.
Do I need to call a doctor?
No, you don't need to call the doctor. My point is, I don't know how anyone who's watched MP play this year could question his leadership abilities. Not only has he earned a right to start, he's playing winning basketball. He's been great in the community. He's done everything this organization has asked of him, and then some. That's not leadership to you?
Great in the community, winning basketball leadership? I'm sorry, but skateboarding with a bunch of children isn't what I call getting involved in the community. And it sure in the heck isn't leadership. What he's doing on the what is he doing on the skateboard anyway?
Hey, he's not bad.
Is he going to break his neck?
Listen, I just think it's ridiculous to question a rookie's leadership a few months into his career.
He's a young player.
Yeah, and I was actually talking about this with Joakim Noah on my podcast.
Joakim Noah.
And he said that nobody MP's age should be asked to be their team's leader. It takes time to earn that role at this level. By that measure, MP's way ahead of the curve.
As someone, JJ, who won a championship.
Oh, here we go.
I could tell you what you're saying right now is a bunch of nonsense.
What do championships have to do with it? Patrick Ewing doesn't have a championship. Steve Nash doesn't have a championship. Do you know more about basketball than them because you got the 6th most minutes on the 2008 Celtics?
Wow. Shots fired. Whoa. There's no need for the insults, JJ.
The more I think about it, the more your anti-MP stance makes zero sense to me. If anything, you should relate to him. You didn't have the greatest physical gifts either, but you were consistent, you worked harder than anybody, and you maximized your skill set. People wanted you on their team because you were a great teammate and you had a winning mentality. How is that different than MP?
Well, first of all, JJ, I appreciate the compliments. But if the Celtics passed on Shep Owens to draft me, I think they were crazy too. He's that dude. Carry on.
Way to go, boss. Great win.
I watched the segment, and this leadership stuff has got to be coming from Othello, right?
Yeah. Is there anyone else who would say something like that?
Not that I know of, no.
Well, my source confirmed it's coming from Othello.
Okay, so who is your source again? I mean, let me take a guess. Is it like Alan from accounting or
It
something?
is not Alan from accounting, and please stop asking because I'm not going to tell you.
You're going to slip up.
I'm so bored right now. Can we please talk about next steps? I have another meeting in 5.
Go ahead, please.
All right. As unfair as these leadership rumors are, we need to prove them false.
Yeah, we're in the position where the burden of proof falls on you. Now,
Yeah.
it's not fair, but it is our reality.
Okay, so I got to do something in public.
Well, you got to do something that people can't question. Okay? If you want to win this fight on the court, you need to be able to point to something quantifiable that you did out there, something leadery.
Makes
Otherwise,
sense.
it's your word versus Nate's anonymous source.
All right, I got some ideas.
Really? Well, let's hear them.
Could be source first.
Not going to happen.
All right, then, so you have to wait to find out during my press conference.
Hey, you say you got this? I believe you.
I got this.
Say less.
It's 11 o'clock on the dot, I'm on the block. Ain't no time for no sleeping, a yawning or whatnot. 12 when I'm creeping and peeping for the. We be moving with caution, the block is really hot. The block is hot, the block is 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 hot. They tried to me, want me hot. I won't be hot. I run and hit the corner hot. I'm headed for the border hot. Mix the to my auntie, Hungary, I can't be son. To my family, I hope they don't like they tryna win a Grammy. I hope it ain't a act like they tryna stand me. I'm tryna get a nut, so I'm moving like I'm Sandy. I'm living underwater, I don't know how I can't breathe. Maybe it's the scuba diver air tank. Maybe it's to do it when they say I can't. Maybe it's the is what they say I ain't. But either way, I ain't taking that bait. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm on the clock. Ain't no time for no sleeping or yawning or whatnot. 12 running around creeping and peeping for the.
What's up, MP? How far?
We have great fans. I like the family eyes.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. And Grant, both of these teams are dealing with injuries. We'll get a chance to see just how deep each one of them is.
And that's where depth, BA, is so important as you go through the season. Obviously, it's unfortunate that these teams are missing guys. But if you're getting more minutes tonight, you have to grab that opportunity.
Here's Rain Man. And finished off by Tatum.
Great scorers need easy opportunities to pile up those points. Tatum above the rim and the nice finish.
Young, the pass to Collins. Tatum with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Outside Bogdanovich. Atlanta again missing. Boston on offense, and going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
They expected more of themselves against this team last year. Split the games between them.
Now, there's some thought that Jason Tatum has actually added a couple of inches to his height since he entered the league. Given that play, I believe it.
To the paint. Outside Hunter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The Celtics on offense. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
It was textbook rim protection in that game, taking real pride in shutting down the other team.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset. That will wear an opponent down over time.
The Hawks have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots. And you know what, Trae Young? He almost embraces being the villain to other teams' fan bases. It's like he feeds off the fans heckling him on the road.
Now here's Young. Turned in an outstanding game against Milwaukee. Bogdanovich, that's good.
And this is why Bogdanovich is a vital cog in this offense. It's his ability to stretch the floor like that.
Takes it inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. But Grant, as you said with Young, he's been the villain in the playoffs more than a few times.
Yeah, B.A. Players who can embrace that are good for the NBA. Trae Young has fun being a thorn as a visiting player, and he always backs it up with his play.
Bogdanovich. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And so it looks like the Hawks.
Stepping in for the Celtics, Al Horford.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
And this is how unselfish Young is. When he sees an open teammate, he gets them the rock.
Pass to Rain Man. Rob. Here's Okongwu. Williams defending. Kicks it out to Collins. Right side Hunter. Tatum with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Yeah, what a great decision by Jason Tatum. That passing ability is important to complement his scoring ability.
Keep going out there. No let up.
And the Hawks with possession here. Outside Young. Pass to Collins. Back to Young. Collins with a screen on Smart. Young from long range. No good. And Boston going the other way now.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Young and Bogdanovich team up in the backcourt. Griffin is out there with John Collins. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Rain Man. Collins with the rebound.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Smart against Young. Pass to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Picked up by Okongwu. Young can't hit.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Williams on the wing. Down low. Here's Rain Man. Up and in on the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Rebound Boston.
You know, this Hawks team really does score the ball well. Lots of dynamic players on this team, and Young has made a huge difference in their production.
All right, let's get
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all of the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those records, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." B.A.?
All right, thanks, Alec. So about Atlanta, just how far can this team make it?
Well, B.A., there's no question they'll be efficient on the offensive end. But the question is, can they put everything else together and be a complete team? That'll ultimately be the difference.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Ooh, Griffin with the steal. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Williams. Outside Gallinari. Hits the trifecta. Gallinari's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy is such a consistent shooter. Gallinari with the long-range delivery.
Here's a Kongwu. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside Young. Back to Griffin. Tries yet again. That's no good. He's 0 for 4.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Rain Man. No luck on that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. Off target with the 3.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
And Williams punches it home.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's a Kongwu, averaging around 6 a game. Pass to Hunter. Collins outside.
Get there, get there.
Hunter against Gallinari. Here's Young. No good, a bit long that time. The Celtics have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Outside, Williams. Now here's Smart. Pass to Rain Man. To the middle. Fade away. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
I just love the ball move.
Young against Smart. Outside Young, picked up by a Kongwu. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
A jumper that is pretty and effective. Young's game starts with his shot.
And so it's Boston with an almost surefire victory here, up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be back in a moment.
And for that matchup with the Raptors, they really have.
And circling back to this first half, fellas, a decent. Thanks for tuning in.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the floor for Boston. Tatum at 4 while Williams patrols the middle. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then it's Danilo Gallinari. And it's Rain Man in at the shooting guard position. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter, in the midst of Vinsanity, That's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
Here's Rain Man. 6 points for him. It's stolen by Hunter.
Celtics foul. Number 69. His first. Team first.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for different look here. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Johnson comes in for Hunter. Griffin, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Holiday subbed in for Young. Johnson finds Holiday. Kaminsky outside. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. And Griffin gets it to go. Boston has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Here's Rain Man. And Williams punches it home.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Now here's Holiday. Boy, he's been patient so far.
Third person. Team fourth.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of 16 shots to go so far in the third quarter. To the inside. Inside. Here's Rain Man. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way.
What? Come on, ref. That's a soft foul.
Number 69.
There's 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game. And so it's the Boston Celtics building.
35. The Celtics, 66.
Patience and purpose. We'll be right. A different look here. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Krejci. Griffin, he's checked in for Holiday. And it's Young in for Goodwin.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And what a huge performance it was for Jason Tatum.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
We've got Trae Young, John Collins out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Griffin, and it's Johnson in at the small forward position. So that's the Hawks 5. Back to Tatum, to the middle. Here's Rain Man. Kaminsky pulls it in. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Young. Collins outside. Now Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
For 3. The shot by Rain Man, no good. Outside Young. So we see the Celtics taking the W here.
Thanks for coming out to support your team. Make sure to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next sporting event.
Oh, Lord. Jesse made another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Oh, Lord. Jesse made another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
Okay, let's get started. Hey, Nate, what's on your mind, man? Wait. Let me guess. You got some questions about my leadership since you didn't reach out for comment.
I mean, while we're both here, why not? I mean, you tell me your side of the story.
You know, man, I'll say it's very disappointing that whoever gave you those... No more questions? Cool. Yeah, take it easy.
There
he is.
Nobody's keeping you down today, pals.
Here we go.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. All eyes, Richard, on the guard matchup in this one with two incredible talents going head-to-head.
And we've been really spoiled with all of these guards that we get to watch. The league today has as much talent at the 1 and 2 as it ever has.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Here's Rain Man. The kick out to Tatum. Inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Ingram against Gallinari. Rebound by Williams. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk earlier with Boston's head coach. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump, and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So, guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thank you, David. Rain Man.
And, guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the A-pick and Dyson Daniels as the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders, they're building a team to contend.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. McCollum finds Valanciunas. Now here's Ingram. Back to Valanciunas. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Gallinari outside. Here's Rain Man. Outside, Smart. Hits the three-point bomb.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Gallinari against Ingram. McCollum outside. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Gallinari passes to Rain Man. Tatum deciding where to go with it. It's stolen by Jones. The pass to Valanciunas. McCollum outside for the 3. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. Jones kicks to Ingram. Over Gallinari. The shot that time, not on target. Now Boston takes it the other way. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Timeout is called, first of the game.
And it's looking like
Foot on the gas, MP. Get in there.
Murphy dishes to Valanciunas. Passes it to Ingram. Elbow shot is on the way. Goes back up. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Williamson on the follow.
Carving out space with his size. Williamson instantly cashing in on the offensive glass.
On the floor for Boston. In the post, it's Tatum and Williams. Smart is out there with Rain Man, and it's Gallinari in at the small forward.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Williamson kicks to Murphy. Shoots the 3. The offensive rebound. Valanciunas and a missed layup.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Here he goes. Rain Man with the bucket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Alvarado passes to Valanciunas. Second chance shot. Nice D from Williams. Celtics leading by 10. Here's Rain Man. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rain Man's got 13 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. Richard, haven't we seen a lot of growth in Jason Tatum's game? He gives credit to the late Kobe Bryant for that.
Yeah, he was fortunate enough to train with Kobe Bryant, and sometimes he reminds you of a young Kobe. He clearly absorbed a ton of information from him.
To the inside, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas, reaching out and just swatting that shot away.
Here's Alvarado. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Ingram kicks to Williamson. Ingram outside. 6 to shoot. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ingram. And it's off from three-point range.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
Timeout.
They backed it up with...
So it's Boston, finding a 15-point lead.
Your Pelicans, 34. The Celtics, 49.
Hi, everybody.
You look at the Celtics. They've been pretty much a team.
And now let's look back on that first half of play, one that has not been pretty for the New Orleans Pelicans.
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. You can't match up physically, you're toast. And that's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And that is a wrap.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Rain Man.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4, and Valanciunas at the 5. And it's McCollum in at the point. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
How did you react, Richard, to the changes in rules in 2021, specifically those banning non-basketball moves?
I loved it because the game has gone so far offensively that it put the defenders in such a bad spot. And so now that you're allowing for the defenders to actually play defense now, I think it's great for the game.
And instead of tricking your way to the free throw line.
Yeah, because they were using that it's not a foul, it's what they call. And let's turn what they call into actual foul. So the referees cleaned it up perfectly.
McCollum against Smart. Deflects the pass and stolen by Tatum. Here's Rain Man. He's guarded by McCollum. Smart passes to Rain Man. Back to Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. Rain Man. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2.
What? Come on, Red. That's a
Boston shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the
69.
Underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
The Celtics making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Gallinari against Ingram. Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason, Greg.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, it couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
And the Pelicans miss again.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's Rain Man. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And that's 23 points for Rain Man. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the basket is good.
A much-needed bucket after planking their first 4 shots.
Outside Griffin. Pass to Rain Man. Nice move. And the layup is up and in.
69.
Rain Man's got 8 here in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Valanciunas with a screen on Smart. And contact on the shot.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
You can't keep this going, MP. You don't have the scale
That free
enough.
throw good from Williamson.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
On the floor for Boston. Griffin out there with Rob Williams. And it's Rain Man. Then there's Gallinari. And it's White in at the shooting guard position. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. McCollum outside. Hayes with the screen for McCollum. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Back to Gallinari. Here's Rain Man. He's covered by Ingram. Here's Rain Man. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide-open look.
Hayes with the screen for McCollum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. McCollum's got 11 in the second half. Boston's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. To the paint, here's Rain Man. The shot's good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Pass to Hayes. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Inside, and Hayes throws it down.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Griffin dishes to Williams. Gallinari on the wing. Outside, White.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Here's Ingram. Oh, the jam by Ingram.
Crazy dunk from the wiry Ingram. That's going to get millions of views on whatever social media kids are using these days.
And there's the call on
personal foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Boston making some changes. Grant Williams is checked in for Robert Williams. Jason Tatum comes in for Gallinari. And it's Pritchard in for Derek White. Here's Rain Man. Back to Williams. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And so it's
checking in for the Celtics, Derek White.
See from three-point range. Minutes have gone by, and so it's Boston easily grabbing this one.
And thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please make sure to get home safe, and we can't wait to see you again soon.
So tell me, MP, was tonight's game an attempt by you to answer questions about your leadership?
No. I mean, if I focus on myself, I'll start getting away from what we do best as a team, and we don't want that, you know? So I don't want to get distracted from my own personal narratives.
It looked like you focused on areas of your game that displayed leadership ability.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's because you're paying attention now, but everything happened within the flow of the game, so it's the same as always, man.
So, MP, do you think games like the one tonight put to bed concerns about your leadership?
Not necessarily. I mean, leadership is something that you display at all times, you know? Not just when things go your way. So if I can bring this same effort, the same determination, and the energy when things are going bad, that would be a real game changer. And that's when then I'll be a real leader.
Makes sense to me. Thanks, MP.
Anytime.